Okay, hello everybody. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Rodney Harris. Hope you're off to a good start to your Thursday. Is it cold outdoors today? Unfortunately, that's a pattern that's going to stick around for the rest of the week, so just get used to that. What I want to do today is talk about the wind because the wind is the driver of the colder temperatures that we're seeing. Really, the wind chills today and even tomorrow. As you can see on the right-hand side of the screen, our winds are gusting already in the 30-mile-per-hour range, and that will continue to be the case throughout the course of your afternoon and your evening. So what I like to do is show you why we are seeing these strong winds, which is leading to the wind chill. So the wind chill's been in the teens. That's what it felt like on your skin as you stepped out the door this morning. And it will get into the 20s, the wind chill, throughout the course of the afternoon, which is also not good. And then later on this evening, if you're headed out, the wind chills will drop back into the teens. And it's not impossible for more single-digit wind chills on Friday morning. So that's why we are under a first alert weather day. And that is also we are under another cold weather advisory for Friday morning. So you already pretty much know the forecast. First Alert Meteorologist Ella Dorsey walked you through that earlier this morning. I want to describe why we are seeing the wind, which is driving these really cold wind chills. So that low that you see east of Atlanta, that was an area of low pressure that actually brought us the rain and snow on Wednesday morning. That's a storm that's now moving away from the United States. At the same time, though, we have high pressure that's building into the Midwestern portions of the country. So all the wind is air that blows from high pressure to low pressure. And the stronger the high and the low, the stronger the wind in between. So as you can see, right now Atlanta is basically sandwiched in between these highs and lows, and that's why our wind is so strong right now. What will end up happening is as that low continues to move toward the east, eventually our wind will start to relax. But as long as that low pressure and the high pressure are so close to each other and they're so strong, that will continue to produce what we call a tight pressure gradient, which is producing this really strong wind. By the way, this is the setup today across North Georgia, but anytime our wind increases above normal 20, 30 miles per hour, this is usually the setup. Us basically stuck in between these high and low pressure systems. So that's our situation today, and that's why we will continue to see really cold wind chills. Again, this afternoon the wind chills will be in the 20s, and then dropping back into the teens later on tonight, and possibly some single digits as you get out the door on Friday morning. Now, I will tell you that the winds are going to stay gusty throughout the rest of your day today. I'm going to bring the wind gust back up. Even at midnight tonight, I'm still showing a wind gust of about 20 miles per hour. So normally the winds will naturally increase during the day and then it'll relax at night. But because of that high and low pressure system that basically surrounds Atlanta, our winds are going to stay gusty even during the overnight hours. So definitely watch out for that if you're going to be out and about here today, this evening, tonight, and on Friday morning. Our winds will start to relax tomorrow, but the temperatures will still be cold. And I promise you, we do have warmer weather coming next week. The 70s are in your 7-day forecast, and First Alert Meteorologist Ella Dorsey will talk more about that on Atlanta News First at noon. So that's the situation that we have for today, really strong winds. I'll also point out that we've been doing some research on when we typically stop seeing freezing temperatures in Atlanta. We're in that time of year now where it's still getting cold, but we're also starting to warm up a little bit as well. So one week we may be in the 70s, one week we may be in the 20s. We're kind of doing that a lot. I'm going to talk more about when we typically see the actual last freeze in Atlanta each year, and we'll talk about that tomorrow, same time at 11:30. But for today, make sure and stay prepared for this cold weather. Make sure and stay layered up. You'll want your coat, you'll want your scarf, you'll want your hat, everything that you can possibly use to stay layered up. The cold weather advisory that we have in effect, that'll go in effect again on Friday morning, is because of those dangerous wind chills that could drop into the single digits. And we're talking about hypothermia that's possible on your exposed skin if you're going to be out and about too much in these dangerous temperatures. So definitely heed these alerts as we issue them. I tell you what, outside of what we're seeing with the wind and the feels-like temperatures, it'll stay dry. We had a little brief burst of snow earlier this morning, but that's coming to an end, and it'll basically stay dry through the weekend and for much of next week. So the story today is the wind that leads to that feels like temperature, that wind chill. We'll let you know and keep you up to date on when things start to warm back up. And again, Ella will have more on your forecast coming up on Atlanta News First at noon. We hope you guys stay warm. Have an amazing Thursday, and until next time, we'll see you soon.